Hello, hello, hello. Hey everyone. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are all doing well. I do have the game pulled up. About to go ahead and get it on. It says a bit not started yet. Let me do a refresh real quick. Now it says live. Ooh, I just saw us. Here we go. There we go. Alrighty, guys. Well, I hope everybody is doing well. Why the heck are you guys doing that? Let me go ahead and open up in a quick prayer. Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, Lord, thank you for the ability to stream and to bring everyone together. I hope that the LSU women's basketball team and the Louisiana Tech team, that there's no injuries, that everyone has fun and makes it back home safely. In Jesus' mighty name, I do pray. Amen and amen. Okay. Alrighty, and now we are good to go. And have y'all pulled up? And we're starting right now. Why you keep going to Oklahoma? Are we waiting for them to finish or something? Anybody have it pulled up on ESPN and already able to see our quarter stuff? 2 a.m. your side? It hasn't started on Disney yet, so I think they're waiting. Okay, it must be the same thing for me then. Okay, cool. Thanks, boo. I'll wait another minute and see if it works. Oh, okay. It's not starting till 6:07. Dang. Okay, I didn't know that. Do we know why we're starting late? Let me keep this down then. I'm not trying to get my stream cut. How's this key? What? Oh, that's men's, anyways. Well, anyways, I started the stream because I thought we were good to go. I didn't realize. Yeah, I had started the stream because I thought we were good to go. I didn't realize it wasn't starting until 6:07. Not really sure why, but I do have ESPN pulled up. So as soon as the game is on, I'll go ahead and have it streaming. Yeah, I thought it was 5 o'clock. I do have it pulled up. I just haven't seen the game start yet, but I do have it actually pulled up. She's probably saying 5:07. She could be in Eastern.
It's V Week on ESPN as we continue Jim Valvano's fight against cancer.
Okay, here
Welcome
we
to
go,
the
y'all.
Compete for Cause
Welcome.
Classic presented by Basketball University. Tonight we are in New Orleans for an in-state matchup between Louisiana Tech and the 5th-ranked LSU Tigers. There's a couple La Tech legends right there, Kim Mulkey and Brooke Storr, embracing before this game where they will face off in what should be a high-powered offensive matchup. This is Christy Thomas-Scuddy, the former Tulane star. I'm Chucky Kemp. Well, La Tech picked first in their league. They have the best offense in Conference USA, but LSU has the best offense in the country.
And why do they have such a great offense? They can beat you in a lot of ways. They've got great post play. So they are averaging 61 paint points a game. They are #1 in the country from 3. They can spread you out, but it's the transition game what just electrifies the fans. They are 6th in the nation in steals, and they are converting that into 36 points a game. This is a high-octane offense. I am excited to see how La Tech tries to slow them down tonight.
We saw Mylasia Fulwiley in a couple of those. She has 40 of those steals. These are all the numbers they lead the country in. Total points, paint points, fast break, off turnovers. Their bench scoring would actually rank among the teams in total scoring. They would be low, but they would be on the list. On the other side for Louisiana Tech, this is a team that's pretty young, but some young players who are talented and who have played a lot of basketball. That's Jordan Marshall. She has to be great tonight.
She's a walking double-double, averaging 14 and 10 on the year. She is 6th in the nation in offensive rebounds. She's already got 3 games where she's put up 20-plus points. 2 games of 15 and 15. Jordan Marshall must stay on the floor for the Lady Techsters for them to have a chance this evening.
Special night. We showed you Kim Mulkey and Brooke Storr. Someone that Mulkey actually recruited when she was an assistant coach at Louisiana Tech back before all the national championships as a head coach. She was a part of 3 of them at Louisiana Tech. 2 as an assistant coach, 1 as an assistant coach, 2 as a player. We are underway as the tip is won by Kate Koval, the Notre Dame transfer. For LSU, what are you looking for in the first few minutes of this game?
Sharing the ball. They can get their shot. Any of the 5 players anytime they want. Shot selection, I think, is key as this team gets ready for SEC play.
That's one of the biggest stars in the country right there, and Flau'jae Johnson, the starting 5 for Louisiana Tech. This is the 6th time they have started a game together. We do have a stoppage on the floor because the clock did not start to begin this game.
The clock's the only thing slow about this game. Both offenses will be up-tempo.
It's not a good sign that we didn't start it right out of the gates with what we're about to see over the next 40 minutes.
Come on now, we got to get the clock right.
Iron out what the time is going to be after that LSU possession. Here's the LSU starting 5. This is the first time these 5 have started a game together. Grace Knox, the freshman, one of a very talented freshman class, gets the start, and Kate Koval as well in there.
Well, from a post perspective for LSU, it's been revolving. It's about matchup. It's who's playing well, and that's a luxury that Kim Mulkey has with this program. The mainstay have been those 3 starting guards, and that's not even mentioning Mylasia Fulwiley coming off the bench.
This is what we're looking at. Tell you what, LSU could have taken their time. No shot clock, nothing.
That's not in their DNA to slow things down. They want to play fast. Well, and I give La Tech credit. That was a set play off the tip where Knox was setting a back screen for Koval to try to get a layup, and it was well defended by La Tech.
If you're the Lady Techsters, what is your focus early in this game? How do you kind of try to settle in against LSU?
I think this is a good offense. This starting lineup, any of the 5 can score. I think the key is shot selection for 1 and taking care of the basketball, because we've already talked about how good LSU is when they can turn you over and get out in transition.
Both of these teams have turned teams over in the early going, but LSU has done it better than anyone in the country. La Tech trying to get on the board and answer the opening jumper by Flau'jae Johnson. Top of the key for Marshall. Handoff to Weaver, who fires away and misses. Koval tracks the rebound down and saves it off of Hillary Dawson. A nice hustle from Kate Koval, the Ukraine native who transferred over from Notre Dame.
And Chucky, La Tech averages 23 three-point attempts a game. Why is that important? 1, they need to make some of them. But can LSU get out with some long rebounds and get out and run?
Miss from Koval. Nice rebound there by Marshall, who tries to push it up court. Rebound number 1. It's going to be tough for her. You talked about the size of Koval. Marshall just 6 feet tall. This is Marshall on the baseline.
And I think it's also key for La Tech. Can they beat their player one-on-one and force rotations to get some good looks at the rim?
Marshall's straightaway 3 is no good. A good look from this team who, you said it, likes to shoot the 3 ball. Here comes Flau'jae. Baseline drive, and the shot is short from Richard. An offensive rebound by Knox, though, who was a talented freshman and really starting to get her feet under her for Kim Mulkey.
Well, LSU came in tonight averaging 21 O-boards a game. Key for La Tech to make LSU one and done.
Ripped away by Michaela Williams, and here they come. Knox out in front of her. Nice catch by Knox, a better finish. Grace Knox was the 6th ranked recruit in a class that is the #1 in the nation as that rattles around and falls for the preseason Conference USA Player of the Year, Paris Bradley.
And if you've watched LSU over the years, you know it's screen on the ball on the wing, looking to get the ball inside to the bigs. Everyone knows it's coming, but can you stop it?
They're just so talented. Pull up in transition is good. That's a confident Gianna Morris. It's a good sign early on for Brooke Storr to see Morris and Bradley connecting from long range. Flauget turns and steps into a long two and hits it. She's got 4 points early on.
She is shooting the ball so well. Doesn't have enough three-point attempts to be in the category of leading three-point shooter, but based on percentage, she leads the nation, and her jump shot has been pure.
Morris again, that's back-to-back triples for her. Louisiana Tech has their first lead. Inside to Koval. Pass was a little bit off the mark, and it was an out-of-control shot. Lexia Weaver leading the break here for Louisiana Tech. Almost lost the handle a couple times. Guarded by Richard. Bradley. Oh, passes high and a lot of heat on that for Dawson. That's a turnover.
Well, it started for LSU the way they want. Get out and run. Great body control by Grace Knox. But then La Tech doing what they do, the three in transition.
Shows you the confidence Kim Mulkey had in this freshman class coming in. Only brought 3 transfers in. They were impact transfers for sure, but she knew this freshman class had a chance to be great.
Nice box out.
Knox had the rebound, but stepped out of bounds.
That is where LSU will wear you down. Their bigs are relentless on the glass. You've got to stay in box out position at all times when you're on defense.
3 on the way, too strong, and pulled down by Richard. Richard, little mid-range transition jumper. Rims around. Grace Knox fighting for the rebound, trying to keep it alive. Finally falls to Avery Aaron.
La Tech's got numbers.
Marshall had to gather herself and finishes over Richard.
Knox was slow to get back, and that left La Tech with the numbers in transition. And this is one thing Brooke Storr said. She goes, I don't think this stage is going to be too big for our players. We went to Baylor and battled. She thought this team would compete tonight.
Open their season at Arkansas. This is their 3rd Power 4 opponent of the season. Williams, mid-range, rattles around and falls.
Well, I like what La Tech has done. This is the 63rd highest in terms of strength of schedule team in the country right now. They have been battle tested. Now can they apply the lessons from the early part of the season against this really good LSU team?
Inside Aaron, tried the scoop layup, but no good. Marshall on the offensive rebound. You said it, one of the best in the country. She's fouled and will go to the line for a couple shots.
So that started with Aaron's dribble penetration. It forced rotation, and that's how Marshall was open on the weak side.
That'll take us to our first media timeout, but Brooke Storr has to be really happy with the first 5 minutes as La Tech leads 11-10 in New Orleans. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Basketball University, performance and athleisure apparel.
Chemistry cannot be ignored. Same goes for a Hormel pepperoni craving.
Dude.
Watching the SEC on ESPN. It was a great time to be in New Orleans. How about La Tech and the start they've had shooting it from three? They've been hot out of the gates.
Well, they came in tonight averaging 7 made threes a game. Already 3 in the first 5 minutes. It started with Paris Bradley with the corner 3. Then it was the pull-up 3 by Gianna Morris, and then she's feeling it, so she spots up on the weak side.
Morris now has hit 25 threes on this season. It's a really interesting dynamic. They have 3 upperclassmen in their rotation. None of them are seniors, but some of these younger players, Jordan Marshall's a sophomore, Gianna Morris a junior, Paris Bradley a sophomore. Those are the best 3 players that came back from last year. They've played a lot of basketball together, even though they're still young.
Winning creates winning. It's a mentality, and I don't know how you don't put on a Lady Texter uniform and not automatically feel like a winner because of the rich history of this program. But the pieces, as I was watching film, are here for the Lady Texters. It's now about minimizing some of the mistakes that they've been making. 19 O-boards for each of their last 3 opponents. The turnovers. Those are the things that they clean up. I think they can win a Conference USA championship.
Maya Joyner on the offensive glass there for LSU off the bench tonight for the Tigers. Louisiana Tech in search of their first NCAA tournament bid since 2011. It just seems hard to believe when you think about a program who was dominant in the 80s and 90s, barely missed a tournament. They were basically not only in every tournament, they were almost a lock to be a 1 seed in it.
I'm dating myself, but I grew up watching Louisiana Tech. I grew up running home on Sunday to watch Kim Mulkey in the national championship game. It is such a big part of women's basketball history, is the Lady Texters program.
So much history in this state for women's basketball specifically. It's taken away and going the other direction. Michaela Williams has an easy one for LSU to jump back in front.
Well, something to make note of. La Tech was up 11 to 10. We went to the media. Kim Mulkey goes for a bench, brings in 3 new players. What's the bench effect now going to be for LSU?
For LSU, they don't have a player averaging 25 minutes per game because they've been blowing teams out so exceptionally. And on top of that, they are so talented on their bench as that foul is whistled against Joy Madison Key. Tell me what stands out most about how much different LSU is from a year ago. What is so much different about this team?
I do also like the Louisiana Tech
so much last year
uniforms, the colors.
Was on Flau'jae Johnson. I mean, Flau'jae Johnson was playing 30-plus minutes a game, injured latter part of the year. I think she's going to be really fresh. Look out, SEC, come January, February, March. But to me, it's the balance. They've got the post players. They've got versatility of post play. They've got the 3-point shooting. They've always been good in transition, but this is a team that I think can just beat you and match up with you in a lot of different ways.
Joyner at the free throw line, a 70% free throw shooter on the season. This is the first. Well, more hoops tomorrow at 1 Eastern, noon Central on ABC. Number 13, Baylor taking on number 2, Texas in the inaugural Sprouts Farmers Market ESPNW Invitational. And then over on ESPN, it's number 3, South Carolina. Their lone loss was to Texas. They've got Penn State tomorrow night. Baylor, Texas, though, that is a delicious matchup.
Well, Talia Scott, one of the most exciting players in the women's game. I'm really eager to see the defensive game plan that Vic Schaefer comes up to try to minimize her scoring ability.
Talia Scott, one of your impact transfers, she averages almost 24 points per game. Another turnover forced by LSU. Flau'jae got her hand on that one. 4th turnover for the Lady Texters.
And this is one thing La Tech will do. They will blitz the on-ball screens. I asked Brooke Store about it. She said, yeah, it's what we do. We need to try to get them out of a rhythm offensively.
Also said they were going to run. They were going to play their game tonight. Saw right there, Paris Bradley get out quickly. Here's Bradley. Screen from Aaron. Step back. Bradley on the money. Six apiece for Bradley and Morris. Marshall's had 5. That's taken away by Aaron.
That was great rotation by Aaron off of the trap on the screen on the ball.
Weaver going baseline. It's good defense by Fulwiley, but LSU couldn't corral the original rebound. Now a fight for it. It's going to belong to Louisiana Tech.
Well, Paris Bradley comes off of the on-ball. Miscommunication by LSU. Bradley reads it. She spots up for the three and has a little celebration. And then the rotation by Avery Aaron to get Johnson on the roll forces the turnover.
2:20 left in the first quarter, and what has been a very competitive first 8 minutes. The horn went off in the building after that ball was inbounded.
Well, the clock was late to start, so I think the horn was late now.
Yeah.
Now we're good.
It's the NBA arena. We'll blame the Pelicans.
Or should it be the Saints?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Neither are having the year that the New Orleans sports fans would have hoped for.
Well, at least they got LSU women's basketball.
Exactly. Deep three off the mark from Aaron. I think LSU's fine with that one. Hines in transition, gives it up inside, too strong, and knocked out of bounds. That's going to go off of Zakiya Johnson.
Joyner leaked out when Aaron took that shot. She was open and they missed her initially, and she just got the seal. Just unfortunately, she couldn't finish.
Maya Joyner, one of those big three transfers. She came in from East Carolina, first team all-conference last year.
Kim Mulkey saying she still has another level that she can get to. They've been really pleased with what she's brought to the Lady Tiger program.
Aaron going against Joyner, trying to go baseline, and Johnson got a hand on it. Well, what do you have to understand about playing for Kim Mulkey? You've been around her a lot over the years. What do these players coming in, whether they're freshmen or transfers, what do they have to understand?
The attention to detail. They are going to be prepared every night. The littlest things matter. You don't win championships by hoping. You have to be prepared. And Bob Starkey, because the assistant coaches most of them were out recruiting last night, so Bob Starkey started practice. And he said, if you want to dominate, it starts in practice right now with your domination of the attention to details.
Nice take by Weaver to push this lead to 4. Hines going baseline, skips it across. Extra pass up top is no good. Offensive rebound, though. And to the line goes Johnson.
In some ways, I'm not surprised by the slow start of LSU. They're coming off of finals. That is a huge challenge for any young student athlete. Again, I am eager to see what does the bench do. Great job by Johnson to get that second chance opportunity for LSU.
Zakiya Johnson was the 10th ranked recruit in the SC Next 100. This was the #1 class in the country. They brought in 3 5-star recruits, 1 4-star. They brought the 3 transfers in. Of course, you return a couple really important starters in Flau'jae Johnson and Michaela Williams. It's just so interesting, though, to see how this team kind of comes together. And this is the new age of college athletics. You got to build it as you go. And these are the freshmen that Kim Mulkey was able to bring in.
Well, I can't say enough about Michaela Williams and Flau'jae Johnson's leadership. So much was made about how would this work when you bring Mylasia Fulwiley in. And what I have seen from those 2 returning players is that there is no ego. They have one thing in mind, and that is to get to Phoenix. They want to win a championship. They want to get to a Final Four, and they're doing anything. As an example, Michaela Williams is playing a better defense than I've ever seen her play throughout her career.
2 to shoot, got to get it up, and I don't think they know about it. Shot clock violation. Team defense from LSU coming up big. This is a team, too. You pointed this out at shoot-around. We saw them dancing together. I mean, it's just a team that looks like they like playing together right now, which you never know in today's day and age how it's going to come together.
There's so many distractions for student athletes now. And I truly, this is my second time having LSU this year. This is a team that the culture is real. The culture is true, as well as the charge call, because you can't fake it. Like, we've watched the behind the scenes, and it is true. Johnson takes it off the bounce. Bradley gets there in plenty of time right in front of the official for that charge call. And again, in women's basketball, that arc is not there for us. It is the cylinder that matters, and Bradley was there in plenty of time.
Weaver with it. 8-second differential between the shot and the game clock. Dawson looking for help. Doubled. Full Wiley couldn't pull it away. 8 to shoot now. Morris has a couple threes. Bradley's been good early on. 3 to shoot. Bradley steps back and fires. No good. Quickly, Richard. 5 to shoot. 3 ball on the way. No good. And rebounded by Morris. That'll do it for the first quarter. And it's Louisiana Tech who is in front 19-17 on the 5th-ranked LSU Tigers. Flauget and company got it started from the mid-range, but La Tech not blinking so far. Paris Bradley came to play.
Right now, 14 people are waiting for you to join the call.
Your camera's on.
And lead it.
We can see you.
Never too greasy, never too spicy, always delicious. Hormel pepperoni.
He gon' call you baby boo. You let him play with you. Don't got a job and need your cash up and got a baby too. And don't pay bills and drop you off at work. You let him stay with you. I ain't judging, but you ain't watch Baby Boy. Like, is you crazy for me? So my name is Bennett. I ain't in it. All my windows tinted. If you wanna talk, but ain't no commas, I don't speak a sentence. I don't like the media or the drama. It don't mix with business. I'm the hardest to rap about sex, so it ain't register. I don't get offended. I took my team to Nola. We was lit inside the master. Say you go to LS, you gon' graduate and get a master. Man, I'm way too lit and rich. I might just get it after. I'm in college trying to get a dub. The NBA come after. I'm a boss. I'm tripping and flipping the hundreds and fifties. I really cannot take a loss. I'm really the captain ahead of the game. I'm there with a coin gon' toss. Can't win till you own that loss. They slip, but I'm on that cross. Might trip, I ain't gon' fall. I'm slip on y'all. I'm rich, I ball. I'm flexing and swerving on that curb and in that black Suburban. You out here acting single. I'm looking stupid. Really out your curve. I'm out here on Canal. I with the jet. I had to slide the bird. You said you the one and I'm the two. I must be carrier. I've been NBA for way too long. I feel like young boy. If you wanna try and think it's sweet, oh, you's a dumb boy. I got my own. He gon' call you baby boo. You let him play with you. Don't got a job and need your cash up and got a baby too. And don't pay bills and drop you off at work. You let him stay with you. I ain't judging, but you ain't watch Baby Boy. You ain't even feel me with this hate. Big step, a big walker, bigger talker, bigger talker. I be getting to the bad sauce walker, sauce walker. I'ma post it on the ground, big popper, big popper. I just got a whole bag with what it's costing, ain't I? Tell us in the edit to the function, we gon' slide. We don't do no spinning, still gon' bulletproof the ride. Cardi at my wrist, look at my fish, it might go blind. If the deal $1 million and legit, I might just sign. I just look my net worth up on Google, why they lying? Probably couldn't book me for a show, I might decline. Only 21, I'm doing both, feel like I'm prime. I don't know if they about they bread, but I'm about mine. I'ma pop it every time. Big stepper, big walker, bigger talker, bigger talker. I be getting to the bad sauce walker, sauce walker. I don't want you in your mad shot blocker, shot blocker. When I shot, don't check the tab, big popper, ain't I? Big stepper, big walker, bigger talker, bigger talker. I be getting to the bad sauce walker, sauce walker. I don't want you in your mad shot blocker, shot blocker. When I shot, don't check the
one. Kim Mulkey and Brooke Storr, they go way back. Kim Mulkey, of course, really got her start as a star player at Louisiana Tech. She's a Hall of Famer. She won 2 national titles as a player there in 1982 and 1981 and 82, and then of course an assistant coach there. She's the second in assists in the history of that program. She recruited Brooke Storr to come play there. 4 more NCAA tournaments for Storr as a player. But an unbelievable connection that goes all the way back to the mid-'80s when Kim Mulkey recruited Brooke Storr to go to Louisiana Tech, a place that Brooke Storr said when she was in the 5th grade, they did an assignment. Their teacher said, okay, tell me where you're going to be in the next X amount of years. Her teacher sent that to her freshman year at Louisiana Tech. She said she opened it and it said, I'm going to be playing at Louisiana Tech.
Well, I said how when I was a young girl, I rushed home on Sunday to watch the only women's basketball game on, and it was Louisiana Tech in national championship, and that was Kim Mulkey. And so I think for a lot of people my generation, it was Kim Mulkey. It was the pigtails running out, leading the Lady Texans out on the court. And I mean, Kim Mulkey still giving the assist to La Tech because Brooke Stewart's not the head coach most likely at La Tech if Kim Mulkey hadn't recruited her way back when to come be a starting point guard.
Bradley lost it inside. That's a turnover. And it kind of goes hand in hand. You know, Louisiana Tech, of course, brings Kim Mulkey in, and she has this amazing career. Leon Barmore, the head coach for Mulkey, along with Sanja Hogue. But then Mulkey helps create so much more history in women's college basketball. So this Louisiana Tech program has their hand in so much of the last really 30 or 40 years of this sport.
You talk about Nell Fortner being on staff there, Gary Blair, Leon Barmore, obviously one of the great X and O coaches of our game. Our game's not where it is if it's not for the history of La Tech. But right now it's the LSU program that's making the history, and a big part of that is this freshman class. Grace Knox sealing, carving out her space, and finishing through contact.
For LSU standards, a bit of a slow start. That was their fewest points in the first quarter this year, and just the second time they hadn't led after one quarter. The other was at Duke, a game that they turned around and won handedly against the Blue Devils. Looked like that was a kick that just wasn't called originally on Richard. La Tech maintains possession. Inside Marshall, tough one, too strong. Here comes Fulwiley. She is a highlight reel on the break. Little Euro step, no. And she was fouled. If not, it would have been a lay-in for Joyner on the offensive rebound. Malaysia Fulwiley, she's a showstopper.
Like,
she is dynamite.
He literally just
when
turns
you can bring someone with the talent, the skill set, like Malaysia Fulwiley off the bench, you can prepare in film, you can prepare on the court, but now if players are a little fatigued, whether it's mentally or physically, she's just ready to punch you when she comes in there, and she is just excitement for our game. I mean, I said to you, if she's in transition, be quiet, because you're going to hear the deafening quietness of these fans because they're all excited to see what she's about to do.
Played for two of the great coaches in the game, Don Staley at South Carolina, and now Kim Mulkey. Louisiana Tech needs to find a way to punch back here 90 seconds into the second quarter. Weaver. Poked away for a moment by Richard.
It's just the quick hands along with the quick feet. They close out so quickly. They can make a mistake, and you think you have an advantage, and they'll nullify it.
Marshall puts her head down late in the shot clock. It rolls off. Gets her own rebound, and the reverse is no good either. Two pretty good looks there for Jordan Marshall. Richard. Back for Knox. Richard is going 100 miles an hour right now, just misses, but will go to the line for two.
Here's what I'll say. Michaela Williams basically stopped 3 feet in front of the half-court line because that's how much she believes in the transition offense of LSU. She just assumed the bucket was going up.
Richard, a great free throw shooter, just a tick under 92% on the season, hits the first one. Coming up at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app, 2 men's college basketball games. Number 1 Arizona taking on number 12 Alabama, and number 8 Gonzaga hosts number 25 UCLA. Couple good games. Koa Pete leading the number 1 Wildcats as a true freshman.
Anytime Michaela Williams takes the ball out of bounds, you got to be ready for her to step in and post up, and that's exactly what they executed, and that's exactly how Michaela Williams is getting to the free throw line.
She's on pace for her best shooting numbers of her career, shooting 47% from 3 this season, 55% from the field.
Michaela Williams, since she was a freshman, since she stepped on campus, can get her shot anytime she wants. Here's where Kim Mulkey knows that Michaela has the mismatch advantage. Bradley on her, just steps in, gets the ball back, gets to the free throw line.
Second free throw pushes the LSU lead to 6. Under 8 to play in the first half. An 8-0 run for the Tigers.
And you see what La Tech has done. They're bringing their bigs out, trying to create space in the paint for the guards maybe to create off the bounce. First quarter, La Tech had a lot of success beating their player off the bounce. Since then, LSU doing a better job of containing dribble penetration.
Knox whistled for the foul. The two hands there on the ball handler, Marshall. Second foul on Grace Knox.
And that was one thing Kim Mulkey talked with us about today in terms of the defense, because I said it is so much more disruptive. She goes, I don't have to be worried about somebody getting 2 fouls because we've got the depth on this team now.
Flage's hit a couple mid-range jumpers, but feels like we've barely said her name as Knox has the mid-range fall off the front rim. Morris in transition. Nice kick out to the corner. A 3-point attempt from Weaver's too strong. They're going to whistle a foul here against Paris Bradley. LSU is already in the bonus here in this second quarter.
And that's really unfortunate for La Tech because I think they did a great job in transition. They got the ball to the middle of the paint. Everybody sucked in. They had a great look from 3, just couldn't knock it down.
Bradley comes off the floor. Dawson's already got a couple fouls for them. Everybody else just with 1. Richard hits the first free throw, but this is certainly something to watch with how physical and how much pace LSU plays with already in the bonus for the next 7 minutes.
Well, Avery Aaron in at 6'1", having to match up against Kate Koval at 6'5", matchup to watch when LSU gets the ball back on the other end.
Largest lead of the night for the Tigers.
Great job by Williams to go over that on-ball screen so La Tech gets no advantage.
Aaron. Madison Key trying to go baseline and stepped out of bounds. Another La Tech turnover.
And this is one thing for La Tech right now. They're trying to be faster than LSU. I would much rather see some change of pace than just trying to put their head down and get by the LSU defenders.
Timeout for Brooks Store and the Lady Texters. Slow start here in this second quarter. LSU outscoring Louisiana Tech 10-0 in the second frame.
Right now, 14 people are waiting for you to join the call
Your camera's on.
and lead it.
We can see you.
Never too greasy, never too spicy, always delicious. Hormel pepperoni, bold.
zone this season, but forced a turnover from LSU, who wasn't ready for it.
Richard will take a seat, with Full Wiley taking her place.
And this is where, because Koval, 6'5", not as agile away from the basket, they're trying, La Tech is, pull her away and be able to get to the rim off the bounce.
Back cut for Marshall, left hand misses. She's had a couple looks at the rim that she hasn't been able to convert on.
Right. Shot blocks are obviously charted. Shots affected are not. And I think Marshall the last couple of times have had shots affected because of the length of LSU.
Joyner just lost that as she was trying to rip it through and drive to the basket. Transition three for Morris. They need some of those to go down. Here's Flauget on the run out, 2-on-2. Flauget with great size, misses, and no whistle. And it's going to belong to Louisiana Tech.
That's one that Flauget Johnson normally makes, but this is the missed three. The dichotomy that La Tech's in, because you need to make them, because otherwise long rebounds allows LSU to get out in transition.
It's a great save along the baseline there to give the possession to the Lady Texters.
Y'all can see the stream and he's right? Y'all good?
Execution hasn't been as sharp here in the second quarter.
Dang, another three from them.
Jaden Terry, a freshman from Gainesville,
We got to
Florida,
tighten up
averages
that
just
3
7 minutes per game.
for SEC play.
And going back to the zone, but not everyone's on the same
Come on,
page for La
Kate.
Tech.
A nice job to rotate over by
Keep
Aaron. It's gonna be a
battling.
jump ball that will belong
Got
to
the
Louisiana
hands on
Tech.
it. She's so beautiful. Congratulations to Zakaya signing with Nike.
Kim Mulkey still arguing this call. I think Kim Mulkey has a point. The no call there by the official.
It's kind of blocked from our angle, so we could see it originally.
Well, I'm always routing my officiating when I sit over here.
Aaron's three is no good. What a rebound by Marshall. Didn't look like she had position, but somehow yanks it down with her left hand.
6 foot, and I think that's rounding up. Jordan Marshall goes up off of this missed three. This is a grown woman rebound because she went and got it at her highest point and snatched it away from all the longer LSU arms and drew the foul.
That was 2 fouls on Malaysia, Full Wiley 2, so that's something to keep an eye on for LSU, who is on a 2-minute scoring drought right now. La Tech fighting their way back into this game as Marshall hits the first free throw. Jordan Marshall, a sophomore from Little Rock, Arkansas, was a state champion at Little Rock Central. He was 1 for 2 at the free throw line. 4-point game. Flauget picked up by Jaden Terry.
I'd like to see Koval get a touch.
There it is to Koval. Skipped across, contested three. Offensive rebound for LSU. And right back to it, just rolls off the rim by Johnson. Here's Gianna Morris, open for three.
It was a good read by Morris because Williams went underneath that screen. She just couldn't knock it down.
La Tech has fought back into this, somewhat uncharacteristic for LSU. A bit of a slow start and not seeing them convert some of these chances around the rim either.
Well, I think if you're an La Tech fan, you love the pace because what you haven't seen is LSU just get out and score in transition. I like the 1-3-1 here. LSU did work on attacking this last night in their practice.
Oh, great feed from Richard to Koval. Terry spinning away from Johnson. Aaron again, we've seen her operating from this high post area. Richard got her hand on it. It's a jump ball that belongs to LSU.
Well, I said I'd like that La Tech went to the 1-3-1 defense. How do you beat any kind of zone defense? You need ball reversal. You need the extra pass. The ball goes side to side, which forces rotations. Defensive player comes up. That leaves Koval on that block unattended for.
You could use that in an instructional video right there.
Especially with my hands moving over here. Don't you like that?
I like it. That's the stuff I know you'll get excited about right there.
That's
Extra
good
pass.
team. It's good team offense.
LSU has outscored La Tech in this second quarter 12-4. No three-pointers, though, today for the #1 shooting team in the country. They don't shoot a ton of threes. They just make it at the highest clip of anybody else.
What's what we started this game saying? This is a team that can beat you in a lot of different ways. The outside shot's not necessarily going, and they're not really looking for it. So I think especially with this matchup, I would like to see post touches. I'm not saying the post have to turn and score. Post touches, force rotation by the defense, and then look to take advantage.
Richard going to the line. Madison Key has 2 now for La Tech. Dawson, of course, with 2 as well. Maybe just need to get it to the finish line of this first half with no more foul trouble. For 2 at the line to make it an 8-point game, and back in comes Paris Bradley.
Brooke Store having faith in her player, coming back with the 2 fouls, but I like the call. You're down 8. You know how good this offense can be for LSU. Put her in, especially if you can spot her here and there, do some offense defense to get to halftime.
3.5 until that halftime.
Here's the other thing. If I'm La Tech, you've got to set solid screens. They're rushing through a lot of their offense right now instead of executing on offense.
Marshall back out for Weaver. 8 to shoot now for Marshall. Here comes Bradley. Kind of hiding behind the screen and knocks down the triple, and that's why they brought her back in. Bradley's got 9, all of them coming from beyond the arc.
Koval needs a touch. Because if they were fronting, they had the high-low and they missed it.
Contested layup instead, and Koval was there. Williams on the wing. Calls for a screen from Johnson. Goes away from it, and it's a blocking foul called. Alexia Weaver took the worst of that shot, but
this is one of the few times this second quarter that LSU has made a mistake. Michaela Williams goes under the dribble handoff. Bradley reads it very well, spots up, and knocks down that 3.
Now 4 players with 2 fouls for La Tech. Weaver the latest to join that club. Williams hits the first free throw.
And that was one thing I said coming in tonight. The main players for La Tech had to avoid foul trouble. Brooke Store needed to be able to use her players as she needs to try to get a win here this evening.
And they could be all right if they can get to halftime with just the 2, but this is dangerous territory right now. Thompson and Weaver both go to the bench. Jaden Terry, one of the Lady Techsters that re-enters. Gianna Morris had those 2 early threes. Haven't seen her score since that point. Here's Bradley. Oh, there is a hard screen from Aaron, but it's ripped away by Richard. And now a fight for it. She just covers it up, and it'll belong to La Tech.
That was a heady play by Jada Richard. Didn't try to get rid of the ball because it could have led to a turnover. Instead, covers it up, allows her team to get solid. Look at this angle from above. And this is the team defense by LSU. I'm seeing better help side position. They're taking away the lanes to dribble penetrate. Richard, right place, right hands. Well, I should say quick hands.
Terry on the drive block by Koval. Great shot blocker a year ago at Notre Dame. Led them with 55 of them and gets one here on Terry.
Again, team defense by LSU. Koval rotates down the lane because she sees her teammate get beat and gets the block.
6'5" sophomore from Ukraine.
Back to the 1-3-1 for La Tech.
Williams wants the 3. Got it.
Michaela Williams, since she's a freshman, can get her shot anytime she wants. And times I thought this year she's been too unselfish. I like that in this second quarter. Offense has been a little slow. Michaela Williams has been looking for her shot.
Game high 10 points for Williams. 3rd leading scorer on the season for LSU. A whistle goes against Richard. Just her first of the night and the fourth team foul against LSU.
We talk so much about all the stars on this LSU program. I truly believe that Jada Richard is a key component if LSU is going to make a deep run to get to the Final Four. Why? They're scoring throughout this team. You need that consummate point guard, and that's what Richard is. For her to look and get her teammates the ball in the right spot, and the defense helps as well.
She's a Louisiana native, 4 state championships at Lafayette Christian Academy. Paris Bradley is fouled and will have 2 shots.
Just to put a bow on Richard, her first 6 games of the season, she averaged 4 points, shooting 28% from the field. Her last 4, 11 points and shooting 56%. She's settling into this true point guard role.
Double figures in 3 of the last 4 for her as Bradley hits the first free throw. Coming up at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app. Bowl season has begun. Boise State squares off against Washington in the bumped up LA Bowl at SoFi Stadium. I'm going to let you read that one next time.
I got Boise State versus Washington. That's what I got. Who gets to name the bowls? I want that job.
90 seconds left in the first half. Richard, wild pass taken away by Aaron. She's going to try and run the break. They do not have numbers. Aaron with an acrobatic attempt is no good. And now LSU does have numbers. 5 on 4 the other way. Richard kicks it out. Williams all day and then some. No good. Offensive rebound. Maya Joyner has 2 free throws coming up.
Shot selection so key when you're playing against LSU. Avery Aaron forces that layup on the other end. That allowed LSU to get out in transition. La Tech was just in a scramble mode. That entire possession, Joyner is able to get that offensive rebound put back.
This is kind of the prototypical player you're looking for in the portal. You hear it from coaches all the time. Amaya Joyner, who started East Carolina, but a lot of what coaches tell you, we want someone who played. Wherever they played, we want somebody who contributed and who was a winner, and that's what Amaya Joyner is.
Well, I asked coaching staff last night, I'm like, has she exceeded your expectations? And immediately, no. We knew how good she was. We knew what we were getting. When she went in the portal, we immediately started looking because we knew what she could add to our program. She's so explosive. She's strong, yet explosive. Great footwork.
Bradley too strong, and Joyner right on cue rips down a rebound. Here's Flaugier in transition. Williams on the drive and traveled. Tried to get a head start. In comes Bella Hines off the bench for Williams. It's very much quality over quantity in the portal for Kim Mulkey. They just got 3 players out of the portal, all of them key contributors to this team.
That's the understatement. Again, I'll just say, this is a program now. Kim Mulkey has come in. She won a championship. It is about getting the right pieces because the expectation now in Baton Rouge is national championships for this program.
3 straight Elite Eights. Nice take by Morris going right at Hines, who came off the bench. 10 seconds for the Tigers to finish out this first half with a 9-point lead.
And there's the trap.
Richard pulls up, no good. Louisiana Tech trails by just 9 at the break in this in-state matchup between the Tigers and the Lady Texters. In New Orleans for some ladies hoops tonight. It's been a good one so far in this first half. Halftime is coming up next.
Chemistry cannot be ignored.
All right, y'all. Let me know how y'all feeling. Talk me through y'all halftime thoughts. I did also put the StreamYard link in the chat if y'all want to come up. But let me know how y'all are thinking.
Download now.
Hey. You can come off mute. Um, okay. Let's see how the third quarter goes. LSU got to get it together next half. Our bad days are really bad compared to when we are all connected at all levels because what is this? I think after halftime they'll be better and hopefully work around getting doubled. Teams are going to play LSU hard. I think we're good. These are the games you want before heading into conference play. I like that we are facing adversity here. How do they respond is the question. They don't even play 30 minutes plus this year. No, LSU got to come out and play how they play, period. All right, y'all. We'll get it together before next half. We'll come out and get it done. Y'all know Louisiana Tech doing their thing in their conference, right? Isn't that what they were saying at the beginning? What do y'all think it is? Turnovers? They got 10 turnovers. They shooting 40% from three, and we're only shooting 17% from three. So there it is right there because we're shooting better from the floor, 39%, but they're shooting 40% from three. We're only shooting 17% from three. And they have 10 turnovers, and we have 8 turnovers. So I think it's a halftime report.
I was a little nervous just because, like, all the kids, they were screaming. I felt like they were depending on me.
Thing, right? What was your reaction when all that was going down? Because I saw you hit it.
Yeah. Well, I ran a play for her to get a three, so I was definitely into it. And when she got fouled, the first thing I said is, "Don't let these kids down." And she's one of the few kids that really like would embrace that type of moment and actually not be that scared.
I love the pressure you have put on her to make sure the kids are happy at the end of the day. Coach, Talia Scott coming to your team from Auburn last season. She's already leading your team in scoring more than 23 a game. But where has her biggest impact been for you all?
Yeah, I think she's becoming more of a playmaker. She's incredibly efficient.
It's a Y'all know that it's a long season too. We got a couple of more games before January, and I think January 1st. Let me see. Yeah, January 1st, we play Kentucky, 7 p.m. That's going to start off conference play right on January 1st. So we only have three more games after Louisiana Tech. We have Morgan State, Texas Arlington, and Alabama State. I don't know what those three games are going to do for us, but I know Thursday, January 1st, 7 p.m., Kentucky. After that, Vanderbilt, Georgia, and then Saturday, January 11th, we play Texas. So literally not even a whole month till we play Texas. So we'll get it together game by game. Yeah, and you could tell Bonky has still been experimenting with her starting lineup. They said that at the start of the game, those girls have started 6 games together. Mulkey just did a whole new lineup today that hasn't played together yet, or at least started.
13 Baylor need to do to hang with one of the best teams, and not just hang with, but beat one of the best teams in the country in Texas?
Baylor has to match the physicality of Texas. The Longhorns come in and they're so physical on the defensive end, then offensively averaging more than 15 offensive boards a game. They finish plays. Baylor has to keep Texas to one and done, and they can't get flustered by the amount of pressure that's going to happen down low in the paint. Focus on finishing plays, and you can't get too touch and go with how the game's officiated.
This Texas team, as I mentioned in that interview, has already taken down two of the best teams in the country, 11-0, as they get set for this matchup with Baylor on Sunday over on ABC. Meanwhile, second half of action coming your way after this. Enjoy it.
Yes, we definitely still miss KG, I believe. Um, that just like grit that she gets to get downhill and take it to the paint, and you know how we always say like she's 6 feet tall. That's how she plays. So definitely still praying for KG. Back with the team soon. Haven't heard any update, but definitely still praying for KG.
Classic presented by Basketball University. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Holiday season, you know, it was Kim Mulkey's season in New Orleans. LSU leading La Tech 39-30 at the break. Krista Thomas, Scotty Chucky Kemp with you. It's completely different first quarter versus second quarter. La Tech came out really hot, but ran into that LSU defense in the second quarter.
Paris Bradley came to play in that first quarter, led La Tech in the first half with 11 points, and she mainly did it from deep. Spotted up anytime LSU went under a screen or gave her space, she made the Tigers pay. She rose up, shot over the defenders. La Tech needs more of Bradley here in the second half. And then the second quarter belonged to Michaela Williams. She did it off the bounce, off that on-ball screen, hooked the player, got to her spot to knock it down, led the Tigers with 3 steals in that first half, converting it for easy points. And then, as we always know, to watch for, Michaela Williams from deep, hitting LSU's only made 3 in that first half.
12 second chance points to just 2 for Louisiana Tech. Williams with a 10-point second to just Paris Bradley, but it was the 19-point first quarter. Great start for the Lady Texers, just 11 though in that second quarter, and that's why they trail by 9 here at the break. It was the lowest scoring half for LSU of the season. The question is, how did the Tigers come out? What was that halftime talk from Kim Mulkey? What is your expectation that we will see from them early in this half?
I'm using air quotes myself. I'm sure it was very motivational. I think we're going to see a little bit more aggressiveness from LSU on the defensive end, creating hopefully some easier scoring opportunities for them. Better defense leading to easier scoring opportunities on the offensive end.
Starting 5 for both teams start this second half. I just never want one of those motivational talks from you at halftime when we're working together, please.
You work with me long enough, Chucky, you'll get it.
Weaver's mid-range shot is no good. Tipped by Richard, trying to keep it to herself, but kind of kept it away from Knox. Good feed to Dawson, who misses the layup.
And I think that's another one of those shots affected by the length of LSU. Marshall did everything for Dawson except put it in.
That is one area these two teams probably have in common. The coaches both thinking they should probably have finished more around the rim to this point in the game. Williams pull up short. Rebound Bradley.
Again, La Tech bringing their post away from the basket, trying to create dribble penetration opportunities.
Marshall spinning. That is just tough right there. Knox blocked it. Again blocked. Dawson. Knox came over, but there was contact this time against Hillary Dawson.
Well, I love the effort by La Tech. It starts with Marshall off the bounce. Doesn't get it to go because of Grace Knox' shot blocking ability. Then Kate Koval gets in on the act. But credit La Tech for staying with it. Dawson to the free throw line.
That's 3 on Grace Knox as well. We'll see Maya Joyner quickly in this third quarter.
This is one thing I think for LSU as they prepare for SEC play. They've got the size advantage down low. The post need to carve out space when LSU gets the ball back, and they need to look to finish. And on the flip side, for La Tech, I think keep bringing the bigs of LSU away from the basket and look for some ball reversals and then look to attack.
Koval at 6'5", and a Joyner with 6'2". Here's Koval, a little right-hand scoring. Ask and you shall receive. 10-point LSU lead. Marshall scanning the floor. Here's Weaver. Out for Bradley, had a little bit of space and hits it over Flau'jae Johnson.
And that started with the dribble penetration of Weaver. Flau'jae Johnson got caught coming in. That's how Bradley was open in the corner.
Inside to Joyner, lost her footing. The right hand is no good. Flau'jae's in there for the offensive rebound. Williams connects. Williams now up to 13. Her and Bradley have both hit from long range early in this third quarter. Paris Bradley tried to go on a back cut. Williams got a hand on it. Marshall still going downhill, flips it up a little out of control. Koval has it. Here comes Flau'jae. Bumped, mid-range goes.
That was just great patience by Flau'jae Johnson to let Koval run ahead, and then she almost used the two defenders against one another to get her space.
Largest lead of the night for the Tigers. Weaver working with the true freshman Dawson. Weaver fires the three.
La Tech now ahead of average in terms of made threes. They're 8th of the night now. We started the broadcast talking about LSU leading the country in paint points. Kate Koval at a transition, carves out the space, turns and finishes, and then Flau'jae Johnson in transition through the contact, gets to the spot, knocks it down.
Full Wiley out there for LSU, uses her body to create space, but misses. Koval almost had the rebound. Now there's a fight for it. This jump ball is going to go to La Tech. Avery Aaron getting on the floor. If you're Brooke Store right now, just the fight that you've seen from your team. There's been a, okay, is LSU to push this to 15? Haven't done it to this point. They've hit big shots or gotten stops they've needed every time.
You know, we asked Brooke Store today about what does a win, because she was very realistic with us. She knows how good LSU was. She said, we're here to battle. She said, I just am eager to see how we compete. And I think to your point, she's got to be ecstatic. There's been no back down. And she also wanted her team to consistently execute. And we've seen the difference. When they haven't executed well, how difficult it has been for them to try to create a shot. And when this team has executed well.
Morris driving back outside for Aaron. And rims around and falls off. Flau'jae Johnson leading the break for LSU. Koval fighting with Aaron underneath. That is physical, and finally Aaron kind of dragged her back for the first team foul on La Tech in this third quarter.
I'd give Kim Mulkey the assist on that call because she was arguing with the official that was a foul.
One of the all-time assist leaders in La Tech history. Oh, nice shot in the mid-range. Fade away from Williams.
Listen, scouting report LSU, baseline out of bounds. You better find Michaela Williams. If she's taking it out, she's going to step in and score. If she's coming off that baseline screen, she's going to knock down that jumper.
11-point Tigers lead. Weaver. Pass was tipped and stays with the Lady Texters.
for a while. He was trying to take the ball out.
She certainly has some personality. Aaron thought about another three-point attempt, trying to feed it inside to Marshall. Spinning, nice move from Marshall, and draws the foul on Joyner. Well, undersized, but using the speed.
She's crafty. She's got good footwork. She knows how to get her defender up and then go into them to draw the foul. I am nothing but impressed by what I've seen from La Tech. I've watched film and I've seen the pieces, but this might be one of the more consistent games that they have put together.
Against the best opponent that they played all year, and we said it, they played some good ones. Started at Arkansas this season. They played at Baylor.
And jumped out quick on Arkansas, just couldn't sustain that.
2 of their 3 losses to Arkansas and Baylor, the other to ULM. They've been in every game, all 3 of them, except for the Baylor game. That was the one that kind of got away from them early on. Still did good things here and there, but you said it, Brooke Stewart, she told us, we're going to play our game tonight. We're not going to make a ton of adjustments because of what LSU does. We're going to play our style. And at the end of the day, and you know this with Conference USA, there are 3 games at the end of their schedule that matter a lot.
And I like the schedule she's put together to get ready for Conference USA play. I like the pieces of this team. If this team continues to play at a consistent level, I won't be surprised if they're not battling to cut down the nets at the Conference USA Championship.
Said haven't been to the NCAA tournament since 2011. This team picked first in the preseason Conference USA poll. Aaron, straightaway 3, rims off, rebound by LSU, almost gave it away. Koval does a nice job to get it to Williams. Skipped across for Flage and can't get it to go. It was a late contest that maybe hurried her from Thompson. Foul on Fulwiley.
Well, LSU came in tonight, #1 in the country in paint points. To this point, halfway through the third, just 22. But for them to get on a roll, they need to feed their post players, and that includes Kate Koval.
Center for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
Everyone's always decked out when Kim Mulkey's in the building, supporting their coach. Of course, Mike the Tiger as well. This was the first half, and then this is now. So, Christy, this is why we brought you. Analyze what Mike did. Why did he make a change?
Well, first of all, you know you're an icon when there's a costume change between the halves. I don't think Mike liked the defense. I don't think he liked the execution in the first half. So he, as a team player, went and did the jacket change, and he's expecting a little bit better defense, a little bit better offensive execution. And La Tech is going to get the purple jacket to put it back on him.
There is one stop from LSU out of the timeout. 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Koval expanding her range, and that's one that Lady Texters will probably be happy about.
Joyner had the positioning down low. She was battling with Avery down low, and they just didn't get her the ball.
Inside, nice back cut. The kick out and the three on the way is good from Kaylee Thompson. First points, first shot of the night for Thompson. They are 9 of 20 from three-point range, 45% on the night. That pass is thrown away by Williams.
So it starts with the back door by Joy Madison Key. And then because of the rotation, she finds her teammate, Kaylee Thompson, spotting up in the corner. That's the thing. La Tech has had success when they can force a rotation from LSU. They just need to start doing more of that consistently because they are in this game.
Gianna Morris on the drive. Kick out again. Not the same result they would have loved for Thompson to knock down back-to-back. Better looks, though. We saw a really tough second quarter. They couldn't get open looks, and a couple there. Nice little post up, and Joyner couldn't finish it. The high-low between Koval and Joyner.
Joyner has been battling in the paint the last couple of possessions. She's gotten the position. That time they tried to work the high-low, bring it to the wing, forcing the defender who was behind, coming around to the top, and Koval went over the top to her. Just unfortunate Joyner couldn't finish. I asked Kim Mulkey about Joyner last night, and she said she's got the best laugh of anyone I've ever coached. And then Joyner proceeded to give me the laugh. My laugh is nowhere near her level.
Kim Mulkey has not laughed this evening to this point.
She's saving it post-game.
Yeah. Nice rebound. That was 0 for 2 at the line from Joyner. Harris Bradley getting out quickly. Flips it to Morris. Now Aaron, top of the key. Thought about it for a moment. Thompson going baseline. Morris stepping back. Thompson again. 10 to shoot. Aaron looking for options. Skipped across to Bradley. That's a dangerous pass, and Fulwiley takes it away. It's going to be LSU ball. After the foul, Fulwiley over 40 steals on the season. That was just a reckless pass.
It was a good foul by La Tech. Otherwise, that's 2 points for Malaysia Fulwiley. That's a possession for La Tech. There wasn't great ball movement. The spacing wasn't great. There was no dribble penetration to force any rotation, hence the turnover.
2.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
This is an overload to get the ball inside the Koval.
Lobs it up to Koval. That is an easy one for the 6'5" Kate Koval. Back to a double-digit LSU lead. Marshall goes inside to Bradley in a little bit of trouble trying to keep it alive. Weaver steps back. She was left open but missed it. Thompson offensive rebound, and she finishes. Fulwiley almost gave that away. Koval trying to go inside. Bradley got a piece of it, and the ball battered around. They're going to whistle it for a foul against La Tech. And it'll go against Kaylee Thompson.
Well, LSU up to 24 paint points now. Here's the overload called by Kim Mulkey. She clears out the weak side so that she knows La Tech is fronting. That allows the lob pass. Keiko Ball goes up and gets it and puts it in.
There is not a whole lot you can do there if you are La Tech with that size mismatch.
I mean, Kim Mulkey even said it. Everyone knows we're running. The key for any upcoming opponent, can you stop it?
Ball hits the first. More women's hoops action tomorrow at 1 Eastern on ABC. Number 13 Baylor and number 2 Texas in the inaugural Sprouts Farmers Market ESPNW Invitational. And then on ESPN, number 3 South Carolina hosting Penn State. Williams grabbed the rebound off the missed free throw. Now she's going to have 2 of her own. We've already seen a number of really good non-conference women's hoops action. The one that stands out to me, Notre Dame USC a couple weeks ago, and Anna Hidalgo hitting the game winner.
You hope KK Bransford's okay. She had a bad spill the other night in their game. There's been, I mean, this is what, as a fan, you want November, December. You want good matchups. You want to see, I thought last week, ACC, SEC Challenge, so many good games there. I think tomorrow, Baylor, Texas will be a really good game.
Best team you've seen so far this year. Flauget takes it away. Tries to get it to full Wiley, who cannot finish it, but Flauget on the follow. Back to a 13-point LSU lead. And La Tech is going to take a timeout.
Well, for Flauget Johnson, it starts with the defense. She does what her coach wants, and that's let your defense lead to offense. She passes unselfishly. Teammate can't finish. She cleans it up. LSU up 13.
Outside, man, I'm gone, never home. Yeah, you throw me out, but you kinda put it on. Diamonds always hitting, I'm like, can y'all get along? Yeah, no filter face, got it. Everything straight, got it. Everything 8, got it. Nail face, lace body. AMG's big body, I ain't even trip body. Everyone on wit body, can you get this lit, doubt it? I know I'm the one they want to beat though. You know what I'm on, body natural, but it's Tito. And they know you my baby, let's just keep it on the D-Lo. And yeah, I know we cool, but it ain't much I do for free though. And yeah, we at the red light, act up. Window down, black truck, 50 feet backed up. 100 deep, packed up, dread head tacked up. Everybody strapped up, kick back, wrapped up. This new era, I thought we was done, so why you blowing up my phone? And I'm back outside, man, I'm gone, never home. Yeah, you throw me out, but you kinda put it on. Diamonds always hitting, I'm like, can y'all get along? Yeah, no filter face, got it. Everything straight, got it. Everything 8, got it. Nail face, lace body. AMG's big body, I ain't even trip body. Everyone on wit body, can you get this lit, doubt it?
Can you get this lit? No. Shoot my shot and miss. No. Shoot my shot and swish. Yeah. I'm the best it gets. I got expensive shoes on, it cost for me to step. Lay back in the Maybach, let it drive itself. She say, D-Lo, you been counting up money all day. And they prayed I don't make it, sorry dawg, it's too late. She say, D-Lo, you be thinking about money all day. I got shooters that's gon' from far range like Flauget. Left wrist going crazy, right wrist going stupid. I got wrist game, I can show you how to use it. Finally I'm winning, I was used to losing. Big Zion in the building, you know it's a movie.
That's we was done, so why you blowing up my phone? And I'm back outside, man, I'm gone, never home. Yeah, you throw me out, but you kinda put it on. Diamonds always hitting, I'm like, can y'all get along? Yeah, no filter face, got it. Everything straight, got it. Everything 8, got it. Nail face, lace body. AMG's big body, I ain't even trip body. Everyone on wit body, can you get this lit, doubt it?
And I'd be able to be standing here 20 years after Jimmy V's speech and say that because of all the donations, research, and support, mine is one of the lives that's been saved.
It's V Week at ESPN when we partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research. This is game-changing research that helps save lives. If you're able, give now at v.org/donate. 100% of the donations go directly to cancer research. Talked about the history of women's basketball in this state. Robin Roberts at Southeastern Louisiana in the early 80s was a tremendous player in her own right, and I have the honor of sitting next to a cancer survivor tonight in Christy Thomas. Scuddy, as a cancer survivor yourself, what would your message be to the folks out there?
It's early detection, and hand-in-hand early detection is research. I am living proof that research matters, early detection matters. I was blessed that my team doctor demanded that I get a physical because I had not had one since I was in college. And so we're not to date myself, but it was 20 plus years. And that's when I went in and he looked at my thyroid and he thought it looked enlarged, and he went through all the battery of tests and I felt fine. I had no idea it was after the season, and that's how we caught it. And I am living proof that go to your doctors, get your physicals. But if you can, please give, because research matters. And I hate to say this, but it's not if, but when your life will be affected by cancer.
The week, the most important week of the year for us at ESPN. LSU creating some turnovers and pushing this lead to a game-high 17 points right now. That's a 9-0 run in 93 seconds.
And Brooks Moore's trying to get her team to slow down a little bit.
3 seconds left in the third quarter. Got to get a shot up here. Morris at the logo, and they will not get a shot off. LSU cranking up the pressure in the final minutes of the third quarter and making it a 17-point game.
Well, Chucky, we talked coming into this third, LSU needed to dominate in the paint. 16 first half paint points, 12 in the third quarter alone. How they're feeding their bigs and they're allowing their defense to create easy scoring opportunities on the offensive end.
Santa, did you get my letter?
Elf. I'm 6'3". You want your family to go to T-Mobile, where you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. Awesome cameras, epic display, right, Mrs. Claus?
Actually, I'm her much younger sister. Also, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch.
Tapping on my post cause it's Louis. You in my section, I don't know, it's giving groupie. Yeah. Big bag, get a big bag chaser, yeah. Big cash, flip a big drag racer, yeah. You in my DM like this a tad later, yeah. I went to buy some land and told them add acres, yeah. I'm running up a check, I'm in my bag, baby, yeah. I pulled up in Atlanta with the scat, baby, yeah. They tripping bad, they want attention sad. I put up AMG, just off the Tinder ad. They walking around my car. What kind of whip is that? I'm going
history goes way back into the 80s when Mulkey recruited Store at Louisiana Tech. And then Mulkey, of course, coming to LSU. This is year 5 for her. She got the national championship in year 2 back in 2023. But that's a program that over the years, they really was a staple in the NCAA tournament, going all the way back to the Sue Gunter days, who won 442 games. The late Hall of Famer took the Tigers to 14 NCAA tournaments, and then Kim Mulkey comes in and she gets the job done, finishes it with a national title in 2023, and who knows, maybe more to come.
I'll be shocked if not. But what I will say, as much as we talk about the LSU history, it all starts in Ruston, Louisiana, with the history. It goes back to the 80s when the NCAA began, because the last AIAW was La Tech with Kim Mulkey as a point guard. But you're talking about Sandra Hope. And I still believe that that is the biggest impression on Kim Mulkey's style on the sideline, because Sandra Hope knew how to dress. She was a show in and of itself. You had Leon Barmore, who then took over as head coach. On staff with him at different times, you had Gary Blair. You had Nell Fortner, you had Christy Curry, you had Kelly Curry, and of course, you had Kim Mulkey. And when you talk to Kim Mulkey, she has so much respect for her head coaches that she played under, that she worked under. And I see a lot of the attention to detail when she runs a practice. It's what the great former coaches at La Tech taught her.
And to your point about it all goes back to Ruston. It's not just Mulkey, but all of those names that you just mentioned that have branched out and created so much of the history of this game over the last 30 or 40 years. There really is. I mean, it feels like a lot of signs lead back to Ruston, Louisiana.
And did I mention Nell Fortner? Because that's another one.
You did,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Don't want Nell blowing me up there. But before there was UConn, there was La Tech and Tennessee. There was Auburn. And there's just so much history when you talk about women's basketball. But when I go back to the beginning of the NCAA, it really began in Ruston, Louisiana.
Didn't miss an NCAA tournament from when it began in 1982 to 2006. Mentioned they were basically a lock to be a 1 seed in the 80s. Right now struggling with the LSU pressure that got ramped up late third quarter. Flagey hits the mid-range again. She's got working on a double-double, a rebound away from it with a season-high 9 rebounds to go with her 12 points.
Key for La Tech, spacing on offense. Try to create some dribble penetration lanes so they can get an advantage and look to drive and kick.
Harris Bradley guarded by Williams. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Morris spins around, gets a decent look. Koval has the rebound and gets it quickly to Richard. 3-on-2 the other way. Williams lays it up and in. That's easy stuff from Richard to Williams.
And this is where LSU can wear on you. That one moment where you are not connected on defense or you don't get solid in transition defense, they'll make you pay.
Bradley's 3 is short. There's Flagey's double-double. Michaela Williams has a season-high 19. Flagey trying to feed that through to Koval, and they're going to whistle a foul here against Jordan Marshall. Now, one positive for La Tech in this. Yeah, they're down 20-plus points right now. We said this is the number 1 offense, one of the best offenses in the country. They've held them to 68 now with 8 minutes to play. That was not a strength that La Tech really had coming in defensively. It's their offense that they've also excelled with. But this is a stepping stone for them from the defensive side.
Well, I asked Brooke Store today, give me kind of a state of the union as you get ready for Conference USA play. And she said, hey, our offense is good. And they're tops of the Conference USA. She said, it's the defense that we must get better at. And I got to think the head coach has to be pleased with what her team has done this evening.
Ohio State, West Virginia coming up next with John Shriffen and King McClure. We'll get you there at the conclusion of this game in New Orleans. That ball is tipped away by Zakiya Johnson. Another steal for LSU. That is now 17 La Tech turnovers. Flagey's fouled on her way to the basket. What's this team look like for LSU? I mean, we talked about they haven't played anybody over 24 minutes a game, but as conference play, as we near conference play, and they are going to face a gauntlet out of the gates. 4 top 15s in their first 5 SEC games. How do you see this team kind of evolving as this year goes on?
Well, I think first and foremost, they got to stay healthy. And I say that for any team. But you see what they have to start SEC play. 4 ranked teams. The one who's not ranked is receiving folks in Georgia, and they're undefeated. And so there's no easy night off in the SEC. But you're going to see a variety of styles of play. We got Michaela Blakes, one of the top guards in the country in the second game of the year. And so I think for LSU, they have to stay true to their identity. At times, the defense hasn't been there tonight, and that's put a lot of pressure on the half-court offense that hasn't had to do that for the better part of this season. I'll go back to it. There is length on this team. There are different pieces on this team that can score in a variety of ways. But if you're going to play for Kim Mulkey, the one thing that is tried and true, you got to play defense.
You mentioned it, Michaela Blakes at Vanderbilt. She has been unbelievable to start this season. Kim Mulkey, it's kind of an interesting setup because they have some fans, or I say fans, it's her son Kramer. And
yo, Coach Mulkey is hilarious. Like, Coach Mulkey is
between the scorers table and then where the actual players are on the bench down the road. There's Kramer.
Another LSU legend, yep. I mean, that was one thing for both of these head coaches in their shoot-around today.
You
Family
just had
affair.
me weak
Both
when they
had
cut to her after
their kids,
that
as well
shot.
as grandkids, and Kim Mulkey's on the court with them. And it's what this should be about for the college athletes, to be around young people.
The oohs and ahs after that great pass on the drive, but Koval couldn't finish it off. Here's Kramer.
I think that face says that he thought it should be finished too. And Kramer won a national championship while he was at LSU, if I'm not mistaken. I know he played in Omaha for sure.
That face was kind of a
coach's
upset
kid.
his mom going to be about this one. 23-point LSU lead on their way to 11-0 to start the season. 3 more non-conference games before they get to that really tough start in the SEC we showed you. Let's move inside. Oh, it's rejected by Flage. 2-on-1 the other way. Williams tried to go behind the back. It ends up in Kim Mulkey's hand, and it looks like she's posing for senior pictures over there.
If you're a player, you don't look at your head coach right now after this. On this one, you do. Great rim protection by Flage Johnson. And then Michaela trying to make the extra pass. I'll just say extra pass that winds up in her head coach's hands. That's who you don't want to catch that pass.
It looked like individual pictures. Kim Mulkey tucked the ball under her arm.
Senior photos. You know, I don't know if your generation did it.
Yeah.
You know, we always had those pictures.
Johnson lost it. Ends up in the hands of Richard into the corner. Wide open is Fulwiley. She has not shot it great from 3 this year, but that was pure.
Illegal screen. You have to give time and distance when you're setting that on-ball screen. Marshall didn't do that right in front of the official to make that call.
I mentioned it earlier, kind of part of what LSU can do to you, kind of rush you through things. And early on in this game, La Tech good, staying within themselves, but have struggled down the stretch.
Well, we talk about the bench for LSU so much about in terms of points production, but what it does is keep players fresh. La Tech not quite as deep. And so what I've seen, especially the second half, is players breathing harder. And the mind's the first thing to go. And so at times there's been some mental mistakes that LSU has made them pay for here in the second half. And by mental mistakes, maybe not setting a solid screen, maybe not boxing out, maybe not coming together on a trap or on a switch. Those little miscues can hurt you, especially when you're going against a team the caliber of LSU.
Trying to go inside. Nice turn and finish. And one opportunity for Jordan Marshall.
Jordan Marshall up to 10 points now, and she's sealing out her position against Johnson in the paint. Credit her perimeter player for feeding her the ball. Credit Marshall for staying on her feet as Bradley came to give her the chest bump.
Marshall, one of the top 3 scorers from a year ago. All of them return for Louisiana Tech. Into the corner for Flau'jae Johnson, the step back. Trying to go baseline. That's good defense from Madison Key. Taken away by Marshall. Madison Key skips it back for Weaver. You can see Brooke Storr kind of calm down.
She's being the point guard over there. I think it's the second time for Madison Key, which just tried to make that cross-court pass. Just very difficult against the speed and length of LSU.
She'll take a seat in place of Jaden Terry. LSU fifth-ranked team in the country is that's a foul underneath on Hillary Dawson, but picked third in the SEC preseason poll. Something Kim Mulkey is aware of. South Carolina and Texas picked in the top two. It's such a deep league, though. It's so good at the top, but really all throughout, there's not going to be a lot of easy nights in the SEC.
You talked about those three top teams. Let's not forget about Oklahoma. Fastest in terms of pace team in the country. Leads the nation, just usurped LSU for #1 in rebounds per game. And again, Vanderbilt, Tennessee with that system getting up and down. Alabama undefeated right now. You got 4 teams that are undefeated in the SEC right now.
Last foul on Dawson was her 5th. Koval hits the second, 26-point Tigers lead as we approach the final media timeout of the night. 13 points, 5 boards, 4 blocks for Koval, and really probably could have had more if they would have done what you were asking for and fed the post a little bit earlier on. Aaron Bradley with 6 to shoot.
Just great connected defense by LSU right now.
Terry lost it on the way up. It's another turnover on La Tech, their 20th of the night, with LSU leading by 26 with 4.5 to go. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Basketball University Performance and Athleisure Apparel.
Boom! You probably know these TD moves. Touchdown! But guess what? There's another TD, tardive dyskinesia. It causes
constants in life: death, taxes, and Kim Mulkey demanding defense from her team. It started with the quick hands, the steals to score, the rim protection by guards and bigs alike. When LSU's defense is going, they disrupt and they create so many scoring opportunities for their offense. Defense started slow, offense started slow. Defense picked up, and this offense has been clicking.
You see the numbers seems to have steadied throughout the night. Just 6 points allowed in this fourth quarter. Gave up a game-high 19 in the first quarter. Full Wiley with the no-look pass. Koval didn't see it either. You just have to learn to play with a guard like that, don't you?
You do, absolutely. And I think everyone's learning to play with Kate Koval, too. Bigger post player, different than the other bigs for LSU. And so, again, this is what you have a non-conference for. You just learn, you gel. Here's the lob.
Oh, look at that play from Koval back to Full Wiley, and she puts it in. That's Kim Mulkey, the artist, right there, drawing that one up. Koval says, I can make fancy passes too now. Marshall on the drive around Knox. Haven't seen a lot of Grace Knox in the second half. Grabs the rebound and gets it out quickly to Richard. Out to Full Wiley. Hit a three a few moments ago. Full Wiley hits another, and they're feeling it now.
You want high percentage looks, you create offense from your defense. They started with the block on this end. They got out in transition. Full Wiley spotting up.
8 players with at least 6 points, 4 in double figures, led by Williams with 19. Weaver's three is too strong. Knox going up between 2. Couldn't completely bring it in. Terry cut off by Richard. Aaron's long three over Koval. No, and some collision here by Knox and Bradley. Knox is the one still on the ground.
Well, back to the inbounds pass. Why this works is because everyone knows that the lob's going into one of the 2 bigs for LSU. So they take the inbound defender. Great read by Koval to recognize that. Michaela Williams. Flage. Help me out here. Malaysia Full Wiley steps in off the great pass from Koval. I need an assist there, Chucky.
I was watching Grace Knox.
I turned it over everywhere.
I was watching Grace Knox, who is now at the free throw line after the foul on the other end. Well, you have talked about all the different ways they can beat you, and
they're all just great guards. Let's just leave it at that.
There you go, sure. I've just seen that personality come through in the way Malaysia Full Wiley plays. You saw the three earlier, another one here in transition. She's just so creative and exciting to watch.
She's an artist. She's truly an artist when she steps on the court.
Koval and Flage take a seat. Big applause for Flage Johnson, an LSU favorite, of course.
Not just LSU. I think around this country. She is one of the faces of our game right now.
Weaver steps into a three. Offensive rebound for Bradley, who is fouled. They're going to get Joyner on the rebound. Still just 6 fourth quarter points for Louisiana Tech.
They have battled. They have battled. Not quite as quick off the ground now. Just a little bit of fatigue setting in. I would love to see a sharp execution here. Just see the ball go through the hole.
Weaver grabbed by Full Wiley coming off that screen from Aaron. 4th team foul against LSU. 3 minutes to play in the 4th quarter.
I think it's the 5th team foul.
You are correct.
I only knew that because they went to the free throw line.
See, you have the assist. You're the better point guard.
I'm no Kim Mulkey or Brooke Store, but I'll do my best.
I don't know. I'm walking around New Orleans with you, and everybody's yelling your name, asking for autographs and all that.
You mean the parking garage we were in?
Step back by Full Wiley. Aaron has the rebound, and she is fouled by Grace Knox.
Now, if you're LSU, you've played great defense. This is the one thing you don't want to do is put La Tech at the free throw line and give them these freebies.
The LSU men's team also plays tonight. Doubleheader for the Tigers in New Orleans tonight. Matt McMahon and company have SMU in a battle of two teams with just one loss on the season. Early resume building opportunity for both programs as Aaron hits the second free throw. That game's going to be over on SEC Network. We'll get you to Ohio State, West Virginia at the conclusion of our game right here. Couple subs coming in. Divine Burridge, another freshman, as well as Megan Yarnovich. There's the LSU men waiting and watching in the tunnel. Joyner trying to go baseline. Burridge, first touch, first points.
Another one of those highly acclaimed freshmen for LSU.
Top 15 recruit, Iowa Gatorade Player of the Year from Davenport, Iowa. Paris Bradley can't get the three to fall. That's just kind of in the second half for this La Tech team. Richard going inside. Now they're trying to get Yarnovich a bucket. Hines with it.
Give Avery Aaron credit. She has been battling undersized against the bigs of LSU.
They're going to count that bucket. Burridge is going to be called for a foul. And to your point on Aaron, she's been out there a lot anyway, but with Dawson fouling out, she has been the only option at that spot.
Well, here is Gianna Morris spotting up for three at a transition. Defender runs through her, so she's going to get a chance. I'm sorry, Bradley with the three. She's going to get a chance for the old-fashioned four-point play.
No, you're right. Morris hit the three.
Bradley was screening for her,
fouled,
yes.
And so she's going to go to the line in the bonus. I had you on that one.
Thank you. There's your assist.
We'll get there.
I just need to be subbed out at this point.
Two minutes for you.
For La Tech, their 10th made three of the night.
Season high 19 for Paris Bradley tonight against the best opponent, best defense that she has seen so far and likely will see all season long. Almost taken away by Joy Madison Key.
Well, credit La Tech. They have done a good job of trying to trap that on-ball screen at times. They haven't had success, but they've stayed with it, and that time disrupted the play.
This is a team who dropped their opening two games at Arkansas, at ULM, and then rattled off 5 of 6 wins. And they're going to have a chance to get this thing rolling now after a tough schedule to start the year. Burridge, same spot she hit the last one. Too strong. Hines has an offensive rebound. Clock resets to 20.
Bella Hines doesn't get the run of some of the other guards, but her upside is tremendous. One of the best defenders, takes so many charges, she makes winning plays. Gets on the glass, defends, all the little things that a head coach loves to see from their players.
And Mulkey did not love that pass from Burridge that sailed over the head of Joyner. Kick out to Bradley. Hines stepped in front. That's taken away by Yarnovich. Hines has not gotten on the board offensively yet. What might be the last meaningful LSU offensive possession of the night. Richard. Driving, dumps it off to Joyner. That's just too easy for Joyner on a great feed by Jada Richard.
Well, it was too easy because of Richard. The consummate point guard with that one set her teammate up perfectly.
It was an impressive start tonight from Louisiana Tech. led by 2 points after a quarter, had a tough second quarter, but we're still in it, single digits at halftime, and then LSU ramped it up in the third quarter. Aaron's got to get something up, scoop layup, rolls around and falls. Tough shot there by Avery Aaron, but the night belongs to the LSU Tigers, who are now 11-0 on the season.
A lot of good things from La Tech tonight, but in the end, just way too much LSU. The depth of that bench especially really wore down La Tech in that second half.
3 games left for LSU before they get to SEC play, where they will see 4 top 15 teams and an unbeaten in their first 5 games. Kim Mulkey, another win. That's number 765 on her career, and it comes against her alma mater, Louisiana Tech. A big thank you to our producer, Tom Schofield, director, Connor Corrigan, and our entire crew. For Christy Thomas-Scuddy, I'm Chucky Kemp. So long from New Orleans.
It's another great day brought to you by the official coffee of fans.
Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat. Got another one. An ugly win, not gonna lie, but a win is a win. A Mossy W against her own team. All right, y'all. That is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And yes, y'all. Good game, Dubs in the chat. Nice to see us deal with a little bit of adversity and get it done. It was scoring to get the win, be able to lock in on defense and turn that into offense. So, Dubs to you, G3. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night and see you for our next game. Bye.